very wet and windy Brussels. We have another farmers' protest, one of many to have erupted across Europe this year. So I'm at sort of the epicentre of what has become a slight battle between the farmers protesting against sort of EU green regulations and national government sort of cracking down on what they see as a traditional rural way of life to essentially cut carbon. But what we have under here is, underneath this bridge, is one behind me is a row of tractors, then further is a row of police officers, and there's essentially a standoff which has seen exchanges of fireworks, eggs from the farmers and then from the police water cannon, and I have just sort of retreated, been hasty retreat, because the police have just lobbed what I think is tear gas under the bridge to sort of clear the farmers as it was getting more aggressive and rowdy. Okay, so I've come to a slightly safer and quieter distance down the Rue de la Loire, which is the main road that basically straddles between the Belgian government buildings. The Foreign Office is just in front of me, and then 300-400 yards down the road is the European Council, the European Commission buildings, and the EU's 27 agricultural and fisheries ministers are meeting down in the Europa building, which belongs to the European Council, today, and that is why farmers have travelled to Brussels. They have many grievances: cheap supermarket prices, the EU's Mercosur trade deal with a block of South American countries, which they say is going to basically outcompete and kill their domestic industries in Europe. And in the EU's green policies, I mentioned, nitrogen gas emissions is a big one that they are protesting against. So some farmers say that they have to comply with the EU rules, which are being handed out by their member states. They say they would have to get rid of, say, half of their dairy cattle, which would essentially kill their industry. So yeah, they've travelled to Brussels, they've snarled up the roads, it's hard to move around. There's, say, some clashes with the police, but largely it is peaceful and everyone is sort of enjoying themselves. Earlier I saw people giving out bacon rolls, sausage rolls, but I would expect this to go on for the rest of the day in Brussels, largely without incident, but there will be some localised sort of flashpoints where some of the more angrier farmers, as we've seen, will clash with the police.